The tide could be turning for crypto.
Most of the market, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, have been rallying pretty hard off of their June lows.
We are seeing a correlation right now between the equity and crypto markets, and that can be seen as a good thing or a bad thing.
Originally, people had invested in crypto as kind of a hedge or a different asset class from equities. So in that sense, strong correlation can be seen as a negative thing. But when they're both rallying, perhaps it can be seen as a positive development.
Crypto analyst Alex Benfield is a contributor to Weiss Crypto Daily and Weiss Crypto Portfolio, working alongside senior crypto analyst and cycles expert Juan Villaverde. Alex says the macroeconomic backdrop has affected crypto assets for nearly a year.
And we're waiting on a pivot from the Fed Reserve. Interest rates have been rising now for a while. When they start cutting rates, that's likely when investors are going to feel more confident about moving back into risk assets like Bitcoin, like cryptocurrencies. And there's a lot of money on the sidelines right now. So perhaps that Fed pivot might just be the starting gun for money to move back into risk assets and for the show to go on again.
A driving force for the market at this very moment, the upcoming Ethereum merge, slated for mid-September. It'll be a major software upgrade for the blockchain. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening with ETH. This is really a landmark event for the crypto market.
Absolutely. I mean, this has got to be one of the biggest events in crypto history. This will be the first time a blockchain has transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake while the blockchain is still going.
These consensus mechanisms are very different, and debate continues over which is more secure and decentralized. A proof of stake network, which Ethereum is moving to, will make scaling solutions in the future easier. It's also more energy efficient, minimizing the heavy use of electricity needed for mining.
One potential net positive for Ethereum on this move is that Ethereum may be seen as an ESG compliant blockchain. And there are a lot of funds and pools of money that can only allocate their funds towards assets, commodities, investments that are ESG compliant.
ESG stands for Environmental, Social, and Governance Criteria, a set of standards used to screen investments.
Bitcoin is not ESG compliant. Most funds are only interested in Bitcoin or Ethereum, as Ethereum is by far the biggest cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin. So these funds that previously couldn't invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum because neither were ESG compliant may now have the ability to invest in Ethereum, as it is potentially going to be ESG compliant after this merge. It's possible that we'll see a large influx of money from these funds into crypto after the merge.
During this bear market, Weiss Crypto Portfolio has been using ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, ticker symbol BITO or BITO. It's a Bitcoin futures ETF and functions a lot like standard futures contracts for commodities or stocks. It allows investors to bet on the price trajectory of an asset. Talk about BITO and how it became included in the portfolio.
This is Juan's brilliant idea on how to take action in the market. Obviously, we saw a slowdown in crypto prices and realized that we needed to find returns somewhere else. By trading the BITO options, Juan is basically hedging the price of Bitcoin down. If price goes down, he's collecting a premium and he's selling puts on the way down. Basically, we're just averaging down our cost of Bitcoin down in this bear market. So if we end up having to buy, no problem, right? Because we're long-term bullish on Bitcoin. It's been a great way to earn interest on these positions and stock up a little bit on our longs of BITO, essentially our long Bitcoin. Long term, we are bullish on Bitcoin, so we have no problem buying it at lower prices.
Bitcoin and Ethereum are two blue chip cryptocurrencies, and Alex says they are here to stay.
There would have to be something extremely bad to happen to this space for either one of these blockchains not to succeed. I think that the opportunity that both Bitcoin and Ethereum provide for investors is something that they're just not going to get anywhere else. And we're in an age where governments are attempting to crack down on financial privacy, collect more financial data. We've seen governments cut off people and countries from the central banking system. At some point, people are going to realize that the only escape route here is cryptocurrencies, and the two safest cryptocurrencies to invest in are Bitcoin and Ethereum.
So when momentum in the market takes hold, keep that long-term outlook in mind. Crypto analyst Alex Benfield, it is such a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you for having me.